All righty, folks, we are going to have that conversation. You know, that one that you always wanted to have. When should we pay off a mortgage? We're going to have this conversation with Casey from Brick by Brick Wealth. Casey, what do you think? Is there a time someone should actually pay off their mortgage?
I think, yes, there is a time when people should pay off their mortgages, but I think it's up to you. It's up to the individual because everybody has so many different things going on in their life. They have different, they're in different stages of their life. Some people make more money than others, have more savings than others. It really depends on what is best for you at that time. And just because you might pay off some mortgages in the beginning or middle of your investing career doesn't mean that you can't buy more properties. The biggest thing that I'm hearing is, when do I stop buying and start paying off? Well, there's no reason why you can't pay some off and continue to buy properties. So don't listen to the people out there that are saying there has to be a definite time period when you should or should not do something. It's always up to the individual.
I love all of that advice, and I'm going to completely disagree with all of it.
Love it. Love it.
And again, I only can say from my experience, I really think investors are either in growth mode or chill mode, and you can't be confused. Because if you're going to throw extra payments at a mortgage, that equity, which is basically what you're doing, right? You're paying down debt so your equity grows, is really trapped. Now, it's not impossible to get. You can go get it, but it takes time. Generally speaking, it's expensive to go get it. So I think if you're in growth mode, you don't split your focus. You don't take $50 here and put $50 there.
Right.
That said, something I absolutely agree with is don't compare yourself to someone else. If you are completely happy and wired and done at 4 rental properties, congratulations, you're done. You don't have to go to 5. You don't have to go to 10. You certainly don't have to go to 100. Know thyself, right? So when you have a plan and you're cool with cash flow with 4 rentals, then yeah, I think paying off 1 or 2 is a great idea. And again, I can only tell you from my experience, when we were in growth mode, which is 15 years, maybe 14 years, we ran at about 70 to 75% LTV across our portfolio. Now that we're both in chill mode, Olivia and I are both retired, been retired for 7 years now, almost 10 for Olivia. Our LTV is substantially below that on purpose. Some assets free and clear. Very different mindset.
Yeah.
So I disagree.
Yeah. Well, I would say, I guess, okay. So I hear what you're saying. I also agree with you in the fact to not make extra payments because to me, you're not going to notice the extra payment. I'm saying pay off completely. So if you have, $40,000 left on your mortgage payment and you'd feel better putting that extra $300 or $400 a month that you're paying in interest in your pocket, and you're not going to notice the extra 40 grand gone from your bank account, maybe pay it off, not make extra payments, but just pay off a property. That could also open up an extra spot for another mortgage. If you've maxed out your 10 that you get from Fannie and Freddie, and you can pay off completely one of those properties, open up a new spot.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not, completely bad thing to do. Not everybody uses all their cash and puts it towards properties. Like
True.
Personally, we have a lot of extra cash in our bank account and we should be buying more properties, right? We are still rehabbing the one we bought a few months ago, and that one's pretty much ready to go. Got to go take photos. But it's like, well, we have some extra cash. Do we want to go buy one right now? Maybe we go buy one and pay one off. Blake is, he's still working. He doesn't have to work. He's work optional. But just to have the extra security of, hey, we've got extra money coming in every month from a rental. Plus, it can open up a new spot where we wouldn't have to go get a DSCR loan because we qualify again for another property. To me, I don't see anything wrong with putting, 40 or 50,000 towards paying off a property, and we still have money to go buy more. So it depends on everyone's situation, I think. And although I wouldn't agree with making extra payments, we used to do that. I used to put an extra $100 a month towards our rental properties. I stopped doing that. And I used to in the beginning get 20-year mortgages. I don't do that and wouldn't recommend that either, So I do think, yes, grow your portfolio. But if you have extra money, you're not going to go out and max out all your cash and buy properties. Maybe paying off one is fine. If you're not going to notice the extra 40,000 or 50,000 or whatever it is gone, maybe pay one off, open up a new spot, and you can still continue to buy more.
Yeah, I'll just remind folks on my channel, I did a live stream actually this morning with Dion from Dion Talk, so it's out there already. There's something you have to understand about capital, and that's something called opportunity cost. And I'm going to do this from memory, but this is what Dion did. So there was a time, Casey, as you remember probably, you could only get 4 loans, right? Today it's 10. So one of the things that Dion did once he got to 4 is he focused on paying off his smallest loan, which, oh, by the way, happened to also be his highest interest rate. So great idea, right? Smallest loan, highest rate, thumbs up. He was unaware of DSCR loans, portfolio loans, right? Because he could have gotten a 5th one, just not conventional.
Right.
That's neither here nor there. In the video this morning, he talked about how the focus of paying off that $119,000 cost him $1 million. Opportunity cost, because he could have taken that 119, turned that into a down payment on a 4-unit, and because his 4th one was a 4-unit, so he's like, hey, I could have bought another one with a DSCR loan, and he lost out on $1 million in equity growth. So just realize, right?
All right, opportunity cost, right?
Yeah, it is important.
And I agree, but if you're not going to do anything with that 40 anyway, or if you have extra money to buy that 4-plex still, why not do both if it makes you feel better? Because a lot of times sometimes doing real estate, you're always living on the edge. People are putting their last money towards real estate, and there's something to be said about having more peace of mind. Yes, eventually everybody wants their properties paid off, although I do know people who would love to refi till they die and always be maxed out. I'm just not like that. No, we haven't paid anything off. We still haven't. And Blake asks me every year, should we pay off? I'm like, no, we're buying more. We're buying more. I'm not putting that 40 or 30 or 40 or 50 to pay off. We're going to buy another one. That's a down payment for another. So I totally get what you mean, growth stage. But there's also, and opportunity cost. But if you have tons of extra cash sitting around and you're not buying using the opportunity cost, maybe having the extra income and not paying the bank could be worth it. But there's definitely an opportunity cost when you are paying something off. Absolutely.
Yeah. The one thing I will absolutely agree with, there are some people that get very stressed about debt and they can't sleep at night. Yeah. So let me just say this. If that is you and you are, living on the edge and you've put your last dollar up, and I don't care what it is, real estate investing should not cause you to lose sleep at night. If you are that leveraged or that concerned about debt, then by all means, pay that thing off, right? I don't want this should not be stressful, right? Yeah. There's enough stress in this world. So again, if you are in the situation where you would just feel better, you would sleep easier, paying off a house and having at least one free and clear, by all means, go for it. Because again, you only get one go around in this world. The less stress, the better.
But yes, in a perfect world, on paper, what's the right thing to do? What would the dictionary or the encyclopedia say? It would say, buy. Don't pay anything down. Keep maxing out until you're ready to, quote, retire and start paying your properties off. Like, technically, the definition, what you should do is not pay properties off. You should keep reinvesting that capital and making more and more. But that doesn't mean that that's what you have to do.
Correct.
And that's okay.
Totally. Yeah, I completely agree with all this. If somebody want to reach out or follow you, it's very simple, right? Instagram or YouTube, Brick by Brick Wealth. Folks, she's now monetized, which means she's rocking and rolling. Casey, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.